So welcome guys to our presentation. My name is Thomas and I'm the program manager of TechBoost, and I'm here today together with Robin Westermann, who is pretty much the co-founder of TechBoost, which was founded in 2017, but more in regards to our program in a couple of seconds. Today we are presenting our program evolution over time and pretty much under the topic of the path to sustainable matchmaking. In case you guys have any questions, we make some time at the end of the presentation so you guys can pretty much ask us anything you guys still need to know or which was unclear, or just to clarify a few things. So let's start and jump right into our presentation with a statement which our CEO Tim Höttges gave during CeBIT in 2017, that if we don't have access to innovative technologies, we won't have a future. And therefore, the interaction with startups is very important to us. And since then, or even before that, many initiatives and projects have been established and initiated. However, there was an opportunity during that time no one had yet identified and addressed internally. And this is pretty much an overview of what Telekom is doing in regards to innovation management. In 1997, T Ventures were founded to invest in startups. In 2004, the Telekom Innovation Laboratories were founded as a research and development unit. Ucubate was founded in 2011 as a startup or as a corporate entrepreneurship program for co-workers to participate in if they have ideas which could be beneficial for Telekom and which they would like to work on full-time for a certain amount of time. In 2012, Hooprom was founded as the company's incubator for startups. I'm pretty sure you have already heard about Hooprom, and Hooprom is also one of the event sponsors for Startupnight. So also excited to hear some things about them. And in 2015, Capital Partners was founded in regards to investing in later stage startups on a worldwide basis. However, in 2017, and that's the main topic we are talking here about today, TechBoost was founded as an accelerator for startups, which tries to pretty much provide services for startups ranging from infrastructure to marketing and sales support. And therefore, you guys maybe have a quick overview, gotten a quick overview about the innovation management Telekom executes in regards to the concepts of exploration and exploitation. So before we start with the program evolution, and to give you guys some insights in regards to what's in for startups with our program, please notice on the y-axis, you can see the added value of the program over time. On the x-axis, you can pretty much monitor the scope of program focus over time. But please note, however, that stuff we started with in the first place, for example, marketing and infrastructure support, which obviously was a big focus in the beginning of TechBoost, is still important today and is not less important. It just gives you guys an overview and a structure of how we are going through the presentation so that you can pretty much focus or get an idea of the focus areas we were focusing on during that specific times. On the right-hand side, you can also see what's in for you, and that will be pretty much a block wrapping up each stage of the evolution slide after slide for you to not miss any program benefits. So let's start with the beginning of TechBoost. TechBoost was founded, like I said, in 2017 with the focus to scout for scalable cloud-based business models of startups, with the company being registered with a dependence or the main headquarters in Germany. And those tech solutions of startups could therefore be then deployed on the Open Telekom cloud. We are offering pretty much two tracks for startups which they could apply for, which they can apply for if they have, or if they are either in the pre or post launch of their technical solution, so that we can really support them in regards to infrastructure, sales and marketing. And those tracks can be summarized into a seed program and a grow program. And both tracks pretty much give startups the possibility to access cloud vouchers up to 100,000 euros for grow and up to 15,000 euros for seed, which can be consumed within the time frame of 1 year. Please note that both tracks also give participants the possibility to receive discounted rates for mobile, fixed line, IT and IoT products, as well as support of a cloud architect for individual cases startups need support for. I would like to also highlight for the Grow program that startup belonging to this track receive marketing and sales support, which is coordinated through a partner manager. And this partner manager is responsible for the startups building their sales networks with telecom business customers. And in the beginning of the program launch, we pretty much had to focus on spreading the word of our program through marketing activities and event activities we did together with startups. And this was extremely important in the beginning to access the sales cooperation services later on, when a broad portfolio of startup partners had been built and we could actually present solutions to our business customers, right? To wrap up the first stages of the evolution, what's in for startups, cloud credits, which can be consumed for free, marketing and event support. You guys have, I think, heard about the Digital X, most probably, which is pretty much happening next week, and where we, for example, put 40 startups to the possibility of having their own booth or participate in stages to speak about products with customers or to pitch their product solutions. And obviously, like I said, cloud architects pretty much support the startups in regards to technical requests and services. Moving on to the next evolution step, let's call it, we did a lot of POCs with customers, and we focused on building sales networks and go-to-market strategies with customers and startups. And this is pretty much what we did starting in 2018 and across the year 2019. With a growing number of startups in the program, once we had built a few reference cases, and the team of startup partner managers were pretty much enabled to focus on conducting so-called innovation workshops with startups and customers. And with this approach, we could pretty much do two things and ensure two things were addressed. First, we were able to help startups build their sales networks. And second, we were able to support our business customers to address their current business challenges they do have. And scenarios of entry points for startups and business customers for collaboration could be, for example, totally different. To give you an idea, it could be either that the business customers have heard of our program and want to learn more about it in general, or the business customers have urgent yet unknown to us but specific challenges, or we know the business customer challenges based on prior appointments we had with them in regards to regular telco and IT products they are sourcing from our side, and we identified that there is an opportunity to talk to one of our startup partners. Examples of those innovation workshops we have conducted ever since would be, for example, workshops we did with Lindner Hotels, Bofrost, but also Bitburger, you can see on the upper right corner. And having done this for quite a while now with successful proof of concepts, we have proven that this model pretty much works for our startups, our customers, and our company. And obviously, conducting those innovation workshops takes a lot of time, which you can, I think, imagine. And this is also somehow the downside for us, because if you want to provide qualitative experiences which should support startups to grow and customers to solve their challenge, that takes a lot of effort for each partner manager to do so and to execute with a growing portfolio of startups. Still, we believe focusing on quality, meaning to deliver real value through such an individual case-based approach, is more sustainable for everyone involved, rather than focusing on quantity. And we will come back to this specific case in a couple of seconds when I can pretty much open a dialogue here of what we are going to do in the future. By now, we know that startup technologies can support business customers, solve their challenges, and also have seen the same positive effects and development of startups connecting with customers, with startups connecting with telecom, right? So our own corporate pretty much sources solutions from startups. So for the startup, this means they could win telecom as a paying customer. And I think that is also a very big benefit for startups, which they can find in our program. And this pretty much summarizes the second stage of the program's evolution. We provide startups access to Telekom customers, business customers network, and we pretty much try to cooperate with startups in regards to bundling purposes in regards to Telekom portfolio products and units. And this is all orchestrated and initiated through the support of a dedicated partner manager. Having said that, we will already come to almost the last evolution step in our era as a sales accelerator. In the year 2020 and 2021, we invested time and resources to figure out how we could make use of platform business models and how, for example, workshops could be conducted remotely. And we have built our own VR spaces with one of our startups called Loop, and use those remote workshop areas or places with customers and startups together for digital innovation workshops. But there are obviously challenges in general we are facing when it comes to conducting innovation workshops, no matter if they are taking place physically or virtual. And I have referred to this before when I was talking about the quality aspect. And let me refer to those challenges. It takes a lot of time to finalize customer challenge briefings, and it also takes a lot of time to manually screen and then to propose fitting startups to a company's challenge, right? Even though internal systems supporting this process, it was still not automated enough for us. So the question for us which remained was that how can we actually scale quality interactions? For example, innovation workshops beside virtual alternatives, which is just another way of doing it, right? And our idea is and was at that time to establish a matchmaking platform, which helps us streamline our workflow and communication to solve the matchmaking pain points, because we want to support more customers who face specific challenges and startups which could potentially solve those challenges in the future as well. And we pretty much try to increase the interactions than before. And we call this matchmaking initiatives TechBoost Connect, which you can see a few screenshots on the upper right now as well. And therefore, we have pretty much tried to find out how we are going to set up this whole thing. And that was not defined yet, right? That was just an idea. And therefore, we have conducted interviews with startup, Telekom account managers, and our customers to figure out the features, the key features the platform pretty much has to offer. We were talking about main functionalities, nice to have and must to have features, roles necessary, and user profiles to orchestrate what we were having in mind. And that was very interesting, very interesting time to get into contact with all those different ecosystem or platform participants. And while gathering more and more information, we simultaneously started to generate learnings by just starting to use front-end solutions of partners in the beginning. And during this time, we put together, for example, a briefing template, which was, for example, supposed to help us standardize the scouting phase of a customer's challenge, which we wanted to match to a certain group of startups, as I have referred to before in regards to initiating an innovation workshop, right? And the briefing template contains information such as the challenge title, the description, solution requirements, and other things, and supports us in the matchmaking process, and also gives the startup the transparency how much money the customer would actually spend for a solution if a problem could be fixed. And you can imagine the challenge template continuously develops and still does. However, it will support us to streamline the matchmaking process once it got integrated into the digital platform we envisioned to happen. And our aim is not only to streamline the specific beginning step of matchmaking for challenges, we aim to fully automate the matchmaking process from an initial briefing to an appointment to a paid POC and or to a technology integration in a business customer's operations. And we have now officially onboarded more than 630 startups in the program, have conducted many innovation workshops and initiated proof of concepts and C-level business customer appointments for startups. And we are certain that we must evolve further because there's more what we can actually do with the network we have access to. And our goal is that business customers, as well as internal telecom units searching for solutions to solve their challenges, or ventures searching for financial or strategic support services, will find what they are looking for. And this pretty much enhances the idea of originally and thoroughly sales network building based matchmaking platform to an ecosystem which concentrates around the topic of innovation as a whole. And by that, we aim to provide as well as enhance the added value of our program for a larger number of ecosystem participants in the future. And the participants of our ecosystem shall benefit from more things, such as matchmaking. We want to enhance that in regards to matchmaking for investments, co-creation projects, and also entering corporations with telecom units. And obviously, we can't reach that goal alone. And to set the baseline, we are in dialogues with internal units and an external partner who specialized in building ecosystems for ventures, startups, and corporates. And our ultimate goal at the end of the day is to create sustainable growth for everyone, for our customers, for our corporate, and for our startups. And by that, I would like to wrap up the last slide and the last evolution step, or the actual evolution we are pretty much ongoing. And for you guys to understand what's in for startups, a broad matchmaking place for business customers challenges with the support of partner managers, or in general the telecom world for community engagements. And pretty much we offer here the opportunities to collaborate with participating internal and external partners. Having said that, I would like to wrap up the presentation. And if you're a startup and you have just listened to our presentation, please feel free to figure out if we can have a match, so that we, if you are Ines, can match you to Tim, who is a business customer of ours, and make both of you guys happy. If you have questions, please email us via the email you can find, or take the chance to scan the QR code now to get to our webpage. And Robin and I, we are happy to open the Q&A now for you guys in case there's something still unclear.